Good afternoon and hello class. How are you doing today? Hope that you're all fine and safe. Well, last week we talked about season also, you remember that? And thank you for our discussion earlier before we start where we talk about the season before autumn. What was the season before autumn? Can you tell me? Can you tell me what did we study about last week? Yes, we have studied about summers. And for many of you, you said you have loved summer because the weather is hot and there is a lot of holidays during the summer and you and your family can go out and enjoy different cities or visit your families in different provinces. So thank you for explaining to me that and thank you for our dialogue with that. Now on to our next seasons. As you can see on the board here, we will be discussing about autumn this week. What is autumn? What kind of season is autumn? Is it hot? Is it cold? Does it rain a lot? Or it doesn't rain at all? Can you please post something up on our Telegram post explaining to me what autumn season is? Okay, like I have a list down here, 5 questions that I want you to answer. So take out your notebook, okay? And write down all these questions in your notebook because we will answer this question together right now. And once we have finished answering these questions, I want you to post it up on our Telegram page so all your classmates can see your answers, including I can see your work, okay? So my first question to you is, what season comes before autumn? Remember last week we studied the word before? Before means something that's coming ahead of time. So what season comes before autumn? We studied about this last week, about this season. So please write your answers in your notebook and post it up later on when you're all finished. So what season comes before autumn? Is it summer? Is it winter? Or is it spring? So you have out of a list of 3 seasons, you can choose one correct answer for that. And my second question to you is, does it rain a lot during the autumn season? Does it rain a lot during the autumn season? Again, you can turn your book to page 50. You can see these pictures here about the seasons that we have studied about for the past couple of weeks. And you can read the articles right on top of autumns. And it will tell you what kind of season it is, if it rains a lot, or if it doesn't rain at all. And once you figure out the answers, please write the answers in your notebook and post it up on our page. And my third question to you is it hot during the autumn season? So during autumn, is it like summer, what we studied about last week? We know summer is really hot from our last week's lesson. So hot that we have to wear light clothes or maybe wear shades and just stay inside your house with the air conditioners, like some of you have explained to me. That is summer season. But for autumn, is it hot? Yes or no? But please do not just write yes or no. I want you to explain to me why is it hot or why is it cold. Don't just give me a yes or no answer, okay? And my fourth question to you is, what kind of clothes do you wear during the autumn seasons? Again, we talked about summer last week, and you say for summer you like to wear shorts and you like to wear t-shirts and something light. Do you wear the same thing during the autumn seasons? Yes or no? And please explain why. And my fifth question to you is, what are the months of the autumn season? We are talking about the northern hemisphere, so you can read your book on page 50 or you can do some research to find out the months of the autumn season. Usually there are only 3 months in autumn, or 3 months for every season, 3+ months. That adds up to 12, right? There are 12 months within a year that's in our calendar. So there are 3, maybe 4 months in a season, depending on the certain time of years. We have studied about that earlier, about season. So for now, I want you to answer these 5 questions in your notebook, and when you are finished answering this question, please post it up on our Telegram page so I can see it, including all your classmates. Again, this is in your own words, so you can write it in your own thoughts. And I want you to read page 50 again about all the seasons that we have studied about. So far we have studied about spring, summer, and autumn. Next week we will finish up on our season talking about winters. Okay, I have one more question for you about autumn. What special holidays that we celebrate here in Cambodia falls in the month of autumn? That is a bonus question for you. Again, you can answer me that question by our second video, and I will explain more to you about that questions on our second video. Okay, class, for your first task, your task will be posted right after the video is played, but your task will also include a reading task. I will post this up on our Telegram page, okay? I want you to read the text about autumn and post it up on our Telegram page, or you can send it to my personal Telegram, your readings, okay? So record your voice reading this passage and send it to me or send it to our Telegram group. Again, I will post this up on our Telegram page. And if you have any questions about pronouncing some words or helping to know what these words mean, you can ask me and I will guide you through all your readings. Okay, class? And including your readings, you will have to answer the question also. So for the first task, I will give you 40 minutes to complete because it is a lot of readings and a lot of answering the questions. Okay, class, this will be the end of our first video. Until we see each other again in the second video. Hello, and welcome back to our second video for today's lessons. I want to thank you for submitting me your first task about our autumn seasons. You have done a really good job on autumn, and I've seen that you know what the months of autumn are. And that autumn is a really cold season, where it starts to rain again and it's almost coming to winter, as we explained earlier. So autumn is cold, plus also you can see the pictures on page 50. Autumn also shows that in some countries the leaves are starting to fall from the trees. That means it's getting cold, and snows are slowly starting to drop, and it rains a lot during the autumn. So thank you for discussing with me that about our autumn seasons through our Telegram dialogue, and hopefully we can discuss more right now about the autumn. I have listed here a few questions that I would like to ask you on this video. The first question is, autumn is the same as to what season here in Cambodia? So we know so far for our past 2 weeks studying about seasons, here in Cambodia we only have 2 seasons, right? The dry seasons and the rainy seasons. So we know that autumn rains a lot and it gets kind of cold in autumn. So comparing to autumn, what does it compare to the season here in Cambodia during the dry season or the rainy season? What is it is the same too? And how is it the same? Again, I want you to write these questions down in your notebook and answer the questions for me. And once you have finished answering the question, please submit it to our Telegram post so all your classmates, including I, can see your work. So autumn is the same as to what season here in Cambodia? Is it the dry season or the rainy season? And how is it the same? So I will give you a few minutes to answer these questions. And my second question to you is, what holiday is celebrated during the autumn months? Remember our first video we talked about the autumn months and what are the autumn months, and you have listed some other months for me. And in one of that month, there is a holiday that we celebrated maybe all around the world, and we celebrated also here in Cambodia. So what is that holiday that we celebrated? Again, to give you a hint, this holiday is also celebrated in America. And we have just went through these holidays not too recently. So this is your questions. I want you to write the questions down and answer it for me and post it up on our Telegram page. Again, if you have any confusions or you want to learn more about the holidays or how is it autumn the same or different from a certain seasons here in Cambodia, you can ask me and I will guide you through our Telegram dialogue. Okay, now for your second task. Your second task is in your textbook. It is on page 52 in your textbook. As you can see here, page 52 have a box listed of the seasons and some pictures on the bottom of the season. So what I want you to do here is I want you to draw the orders of the seasons. Whether if winters come first, summer come first, or spring come first. From number 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw the order of the seasons on which you think is the right order. Again, you can draw this picture as the same as the box, or you can draw your own pictures. What summer represents, what spring represents, or what winter represents. You can draw it in a box. And after you have finished 52 drawing your box, I also have another task for you that I will post to your Telegram page. Again, this is the questionnaires for your second part of task 2. There are a list of questions and some more drawings for you, because I know some of you are very artistic. So that means you love to draw, and I have seen some of your work, really beautiful work. So this is your artistic task. Okay, for this task I will give you 40 minutes because you have a lot of drawings and a lot of questions to answer. If you have any questions about your second task, you can ask me and I will guide you through your second task. Okay class, see you in our third video. Hello class, welcome back to our third and final videos for today. Before I introduce to you your homework activities, I would like to do a quick recap of what we have studied on today. Yes, for the past 3 weeks we have studied about seasons. We have studied about spring seasons, summer seasons, and now we are on to autumn season. So thank you for your discussion and thank you for telling me all your tasks about autumn. I've seen that you have understand what autumn is, and for my first question here, you have told me that autumn is the same here as the raining seasons. Some of you have that question right, because here in Cambodia there is no autumn season, but during the raining season it is similar to autumn because it rains a lot and it is cold. So it is similar to that. So it's raining season. So thank you for our dialogue with that. And my second question I had to you on our second video is what holiday is celebrated during the autumn months? Remember, the famous holiday that is celebrated maybe all around the world is Halloween, right? Halloween is in what month? Can you quickly post something up for me? What month is in Halloween? Yes, it is in October. October, that's how you spell October. Okay, so Halloween is in October, the late month. And October is the month that is in autumn, and October is the month that we celebrated Halloween. So some of you have that question right, and some of you had it wrong, but now you have all known what special holiday is celebrated in the seasons of autumn. It is in October, and it is Halloween. So thank you for submitting that for me. Okay class, now I hope that you have understand more about autumn, and if you don't, you can always ask me and I will guide you through the autumn seasons. And your homework, again, your homework will be posted after the video is played. So when you are finished watching this video, let me know and I will post you your homework. This here is your homework assignments. There are some reading activities, and from these reading activities and questions, you can look at the pictures to answer the questions. If you have any questions about this homework, you can ask me and I will guide you through your homework. Again, homework will be due before we start next week's class. Remember class, it is really important to send me your homework. I've noticed that some of you have not sent me your homework yet from our previous lessons. So please send me your homework so I can grade it and keep it as a record for your overall grade when the final comes, okay? So it's really important to do your homework so you can pass the first grade and move on to the second grade when the years end. Okay class, this concludes our final video for today. Until we see each other again next week, be safe, stay healthy. Goodbye class.